Welcome to the Late Night Porch Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Jordan Ebel.
And tonight we're going to be talking about fake news and real news and just the media in general. And how people are believing things that they read that aren't true. Be quiet.
So the big question is, why do Americans, viewers, fall for fake news? Whether that story is fake or whether just the source is just fake in general. So we went to Wausau to
Interview some people.
Yeah, interview a couple people. And we asked a few of them what their news source was or which one that they found reliable. So take a look at this.
Okay, so where do you get most of your news from?
From Channel 7 or Channel 9 TV station.
Online.
Yeah, I usually get mine through my phone. I kind of have I'm from New York, so I have an update on anything new from the New York Post or the Daily News.
Okay.
So I usually just go on my phone. That's how I read my paper nowadays.
A primary source of news that is very untrustworthy is Facebook. There's a lot of news sources that flow throughout your feed on there that are not legitimate. And whoa!
Wait a second. Dude, did you just say legitimate?
I used a literary word!
Whoa!
Boom! And a lot of times they take a serious subject or a current event. A lot of them like to mess with Trump and Hillary during the election and just distort like anything. Distort anything they say. Let me finish that sentence.
So, according to the Pew Research Center, 64% of people believe that fake news is causing a great deal of confusion. And I really think this does play a big part out into the election from what's happening today or for what could have happened with the election. Especially a lot of the ones that may have sponsors and all that, the ones that are higher up there.
Mm-hmm. I really agree with that.
And there can be a lot of malicious content out there
Like,
that...
A lot of us in, like, our generation, like, we're really, like, figuring out that, like, you really can't trust everything you read at all nowadays. Like, that's a good thing to bring up is the election. That's a really good example of a lot of fake news and just people will do a lot of things for, like, your clicks. So you can see their ads, and then they can get their money, and they don't care what you think after.
So here's a clip of a lady that we ended up interviewing who actually ended up talking about Facebook and how a lot of these news sources are fake onto Facebook.
Well, I think social media can get out of hand sometimes as far as Facebook and Snapchat and different views of teenagers, and sometimes teenagers believe anything that they see that is out there, and so I think parents have to keep them grounded and remind them that everything that they see on social media is not always true, and try to be very biased about what they're reading or what they're seeing, and just double check that it is in fact true.
So 39% of people feel very confident that they can identify fake news according to the Pew Research Center. And I definitely feel like that's very true. Like, even when I'm on the news, I can sometimes, I shouldn't say all the time, but a lot of the time I can feel like if the content's malicious or just doesn't seem not right or just a little bit fishy in there. Here's to the lady who also was talking about malicious content. So...
questioning the content. Like, if you're a critical person, you're a critical thinker, then you're going to, if you read something that doesn't kind of,
Sit right.
it doesn't sit right, it's like, I'm not sure how legit this is, then you can always do follow-up research and go to other sites or whatever and kind of look for either contradictory information or information that is more consistent with what you think or what you, kind of information that's more consistent with what you already have on whatever topic it is.
Being a dissent in the generation of people, of young people and older people and middle people, there's going to be different points of views, and there's going to be different variables of what people use to get their news and what they find liable.
Things that they like about it, yeah.
Yeah, so we interviewed our friend Colin, as you saw in the beginning. He brings up a good point about satirical comedy, but not everybody looks it up afterwards. There are a lot of people that do, and you'd think like, oh yeah, I always check in and things, but not everybody does.
Yeah. So take a look at this clip.
As a younger person, where do you usually get your news sources from? Right now, I watch a handful of comedy shows, like satirical, like sitcoms, so like Trevor Noah, The Daily Show, and stuff like that. That's kind of where I get like my basis on things. And if I'm really interested on a subject, or if the Daily Show or something like that was like not completely like there, I usually look it up, or I'll just like search up like the subject.
Keywords.
Yeah, I'll look up keywords.
You try to find that you think sounds reputable.
Yeah, and then I usually do in places that I actually know are real, so like Wall Street Journal and stuff like that. Even though some places like those are sometimes unreliable, it's something that I can actually trust because people are sponsoring it and stuff like that. I try to avoid like social media and Facebook and stuff like that.
What can we do to fix this ongoing problem that has been going on for a long time? So according to Forbes, 71% of Americans believe that Facebook should take a step in order to stop fake news. And I really believe that is something Facebook should really enforce. We also talked about that earlier in the video, how Facebook has just been having this ongoing problem. But Forbes also announced that Facebook will partner with other third-party fact checkers in order to hopefully clean up a lot of the junk that's on there, and hopefully they can get better sources and all that. All right, so thank you guys for watching this podcast. This is actually for an English project. I hope you guys really enjoyed. We spent a lot of time into this. We spent a lot of time interviewing
really
people.
fun to make. Yeah.
So yeah, once again, I am Jordan.
I'm Alex.